जय नरसिंह जय जय श्री नरसिंह। प्रह्लादेश जय पद्म मुख पद्म भृंगा। श्री नरसिंह जय नरसिंह जय जय श्री नरसिंह। प्रह्लादेश जय पद्म मुख पद्म भृंगा। तव कर कमल बरे नखा अद्भुत श्रृंगा। दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनु भृंगा। केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे। 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 तव कर कमल बरे नख अद्भुत श्रृंगा। दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनु भृंगा। केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे। जय जगदीश हरे। जय जगदीश हरे। तव कर कमल बरे नखा अद्भुत श्रृंगा। दलित हिरण्यकशिपु तनु भृंगा। केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे। जय जगदीश हरे। जय जगदीश हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Nrsimhadev, 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 Jaya Nrsimhadev. Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Lakshmi Narasimha, Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
जय हो राधा पार्थसारथी राधा पार्थसारथी राधे। जय हो ललिता विशाखा जय हो ललिता विशाखा ललिता विशाखा जय हो ललिता विशाखा। जय हो गौरानिताय जय हो गौरानिताय गौरानिताय जय हो गौरानिताय। जय हो सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान। जय हो लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय हो लक्ष्मी नरसिंह लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय हो लक्ष्मी नरसिंह। जय हो प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
गौर आवाज बढ़ाना पड़ेगा.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. बजाओ यार, सीधा बजाओ. जय हो प्रभुपाद, 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 प्रभुपाद. जय हो प्रभुपाद, 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 प्रभुपाद.
श्री गुरु चरण पद्मा केवल भक्ति सद्मा। श्री गुरु चरण पद्मा केवल भक्ति सद्मा। बंदो मुई सावधान मते मुए सावधान मते आहारो प्रसादे भाई भव तरिया जा। याहारो प्रसादे भाई ए भव तरिया जाए। कृष्णा प्राप्ति होए या होते कृष्णा प्राप्ति होया होते। गुरु मुखा पद्मा वाक्या चित्ते ते करिया है क्या। नक रिह मने आशा आर नक रिह मने आशा। गुरु चरणे रते ऐसे उत्तम गते। ये प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा। ये प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा। चक्षुदान दिलो जे जन्म जन्म प्रभु से। चक्षुदान दिलो जे जन्म जन्म प्रभु से। दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित हो। दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित प्रेमा भक्ति यहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश हो जाते प्रेमा भक्ति यहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश हो जाते हर चरित हर चरित श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अदम जनार बंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अदम जनार बंधु लोकना लोकर दीवाना लोकना लोकर दीवाना ओ हा बाबू करो दया रे मोरे पद छाया हा बाबू करो दया से हो मोरे पद छाया शुक्री बुबाना शुक्री बुबाना शीला प्रभुपाद पथित पावाना हो बाबू करो दया दे मोरे पद छाया शुक्री बुबाना शीला प्रभुपाद पतित पवाना शीला गुरुदेव पतित पावाना जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा 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 श्रील प्रभुपदा प्रभुपा 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 जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय गुरुदेव रे थाई को री को री वो री वो गौर हरि वो रे थाई को री वो री वो री वो गौर हरि वो ताई गौर प्रेमानंदे नमः विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नित्य नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Haribo, 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 Gaur Haribo. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Gaura Bhakta Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasade Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. गौर हरि बोल। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओ हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे हरे। हो जाए सच्चिदानंद गौर हरे, हो जाए सच्चिदानंद गौर हरे। ओ गौरा गौरा गौर हरे, ओ गौरा गौरा गौर हरे। हो जाए सच्चिदानंद गौर हरे, हो जाए सच्चिदानंद गौर हरे। ओ गौरा गौरा गौर हरे, ओ गौरा गौरा गौर हरे। हरि बोल हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल। ताई गौर हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल। ताई गौर गौर हरि बोल। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु अब दया करो मोरे। सोमा बिना के दयालो जगत संसारे। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया करो मोरे। जगत संसारे पतित पावन हेतु अवयवा तारो पतितो पावन हेतु अवयवा तारो प्रभु न पाइबे यार ओ समापति तो प्रभु न पाइबे यार महाप्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद सुखी कृपा बोलो कोनो करो আমি বড় দুঃখী দয়া করো সীতাপতি অদ্বৈত গোসাই तब कृपा बोले पाए चैतन्य निता चैतन्य निता श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया करो मोरे उमा बिना के दयालो जगत संसारे स्वरूप सनातन रूप रघुनाथ फोटो जुग श्री जीवा प्रभु लोकनाथ प्रभु लोकनाथ बुलो फटा जुगाशी जीवा प्रभु लोकनाथ दया करो श्री आचार्य प्रभु शिवासो आचार्यो प्रभु कदा रामचंद्र संगा मांगे नरोत्तम दास रामचंद्र संगा मांगे नरोत्तम नरोत्तम जय सच्चिदानंद गौर हरे हो जय सच्चिदानंद गौर हरे हो गौरा गौरा गौर हरे हो गौरा गौरा गौर हरे सच्चिदानंद गौर हरि हो गौरा गौरा गौर हरे गौरा गौरा गौर हरे हरिबो हरिबो दीबो गौर हरिबो निताई गौर हरिबो 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 गौर हरिबो जय राधा पथ सती राधा पथ सती श्री राधे सीताराम जय सीताराम सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय प्रभुपा जय प्रभुपा जय प्रभुपा जय श्री प्रभुपा Hare Krishna. So we would like to welcome His Holiness Bhakti Vasudeva Swami Maharaja. Hari Bol. Netai Gaur Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Gaur Hari Bol. Hari Bol Premanand Hari Hari Bol.
जय विष्णुत्मा परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमधि डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की नेत लीला प्रविष्ट इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य सेवियर ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड श्रील प्रभुपाद की नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा पार्थ सारथी ललिता विशाखा गोप गोपिका श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की श्री श्री गौरताई की श्री श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की श्री श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह प्रहलाद महाराज की समवेद भक्त वृंद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की इस्कॉन वर्तमानाचार्य वृंद की शिला गोविंद घोष तिरुभाव तिथि महामहोत्सव की गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. हरे कृष्णा। सब लोग मेरे साथ पढ़ें। हमारे गुरुदेव के चरण कमल ही एकमात्र साधन हैं जिनके द्वारा हम शुद्ध भक्ति प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। मैं उनके चरण कमलों में अत्यंत भक्ति एवं श्रद्धा पूर्वक नतमस्तक होता हूँ। उनकी कृपा से जीव भौतिक क्लेशों के महासागर को पार कर सकता है तथा कृष्ण की कृपा प्राप्त कर सकता है। मेरी एकमात्र इच्छा है कि उनके मुख कमल से निकले हुए शब्दों द्वारा अपनी चेतना को शुद्ध करूं। उनके चरण कमलों में अनुराग ऐसी सिद्धि है जो समस्त मनोरथों को पूर्ण करती है। वे मेरी बंद आँखों को खोलते हैं तथा मेरे हृदय में दिव्य ज्ञान भरते हैं। जन्म जन्मांतरों में वे मेरे प्रभु हैं। वे प्रेमा भक्ति प्रदान करते हैं और अविद्या का नाश करते हैं। वैदिक शास्त्र उनके चरित्र का गान करते हैं। हे गुरुदेव, हे प्रभुपाद, करुणा सिंधु तथा पतितात्माओं के मित्र, आप सबके गुरु एवं सभी लोगों के जीवन हैं। हे गुरुदेव, हे प्रभुपाद, मुझ पर दया कीजिए तथा मुझे अपने श्री चरणों की छाया प्रदान कीजिए। आपका यश तीनों लोकों में फैला हुआ है। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। Yashodanandana Brajajana. I don't need that. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. I don't need the light. I don't need the fan. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Jamunatera Vanachari. Jamunatera Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yashodanandana Brajajana Jana. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yamunatera Vanachari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Gaura Nitai, Jai Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jai Gaura Nitai. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Vishnupad Paramahamsa, Parivrajacharya, Astotra Satat Sistema, the Divine Grace is compound Acharya. Srila Abhay Charan Govinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Papa Maharaja Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parivrajacharya Astotra Satat Sistema the Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Papa Maharaja Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavina Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem si kahao si Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda si Advaita Gadadhara si Vatsari si Gaura Bhaktavinda Ki Jai. Si Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinath Samakunda Radhakunda Girigavadana Ki Jai. Vrindavan Mathura Dham Ki Jai. Mayapanavadip Dham Ki Jai. Shayodhya Jagannapura Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Yamuna Mai Ki Jai. Srimati Tulsi Devi Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi. All glories to the Saman devotees, all glories to the Saman devotees, all glories to the Saman devotees, all glories to Sisi Gaura and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Cheva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasa Tato Jaya Mudirayet Nasta Paye Subhadisu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavaiti Naisiki. So Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 16, Text 57. Title of this chapter is King Chitrake to Meet the Supreme Lord. Yavithat Vismitam Pumso Madbhavam Binam Atmanaha Tata Samsara Etasya Dehat Deho Mrite Mriti Yaditat Vismritam Pumso Madbhavam Bhinamatmanaha Tatha Samsara Etasya Dehab Deho Mrite Mriti Yad Ethat Vismritam Pumso Madbhavam Bhinamatmanaha Tatha Samsara Etasya Dehab Deho Mrite Mriti. That's how I want to try. Mataji's. Mataji's. Okay. Word for word translation and purports. Purport by His Divine Grace is confound Acharya Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Maharaj ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Oh. Yat. Wish. Etat. This. Vismritam. Forgotten. Pumsaha. Of the living entity. Mat Bhavam. My spiritual position. Binam. Separation. Atmanaha. From the Supreme Soul. Tataha. From that. Samsaraha. Material conditional life. Etasya. Of the living entity. Dehat. From one body. Deha. Another body. Mrite. From one death. Mritihi. Another death. Translation: when a living entity thinking himself different from me forgets his spiritual identity of qualitative oneness with me in eternity, knowledge, and bliss, his material life, conditional life begins. In other words, instead of identifying his interest with mine, that's with Krishna, he becomes interested in his bodily expansions like his wife, means husband too, children, and material possessions. In this way, by the influence of his actions, one body comes from another. And after one death, another death takes place. Please kindly responsibly repeat. When a living entity thinking himself different from me forgets his spiritual identity of qualitative oneness with me in eternity, knowledge and bliss, his material life, conditional life begins. In other words, instead of identifying his interest with mine, he becomes interested in his bodily expansions, like his wife, children, and material possessions. In this way, by the influence of his actions, one body comes from another. And after one death, another death takes place. Purport. Generally, the Mayavada philosophers, or persons influenced by Mayavada philosophers, think themselves as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is the cause of their conditional life. As stated by the Vaishnava poet, Jagannatha Pandit in his Prema Vivata, Krishna Bahimukha Hana Boga Vanchakare Nikatasta Mayatare Japatiya Dari. As soon as a living entity forgets his constitutional position and endeavors to become one with the Supreme, his conditional life begins. The conception that the Supreme Brahman and the living entity are equal, not only in quality but also in quantity, is the cause of conditional life. If one forgets the difference between the Supreme Lord and the living entity, his conditional life begins. Conditional life means giving up one body to accept another and undergoing death to accept death again. The Mayavada philosopher teaches the philosophy of Tattvamasi, saying, you are the same as God. Good philosophy, right? He forgets that Tattvam Asi applies in terms of the marginal position of the living entity, who is like sunshine. There is heat and light in the sun, and there is heat and light in the sunshine. And thus, they are qualitatively one. But one should not forget that the sunshine rests on the sun. As the Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita, Brahmano hi pratishta ham. I am the original source of Brahman. The sunshine is important because the presence of the sun globe, because of the presence of the sun globe. It is not that the sun globe is important because of the all-pervasiveness of the sunshine. Forgetfulness and misunderstanding of this fact is called Maya. Because of forgetfulness of one's constitutional position and that of the Supreme Lord, one comes into Maya or samsara, conditional life. In this regard, Maharaja says, Sarva bhinam paramatmanam vishmaram samsaret iha abhinam samsaran yati tamu nasti atra samsayaha. When one thinks that the living entity is non-different in all respects from the Supreme, there is no doubt that he is in ignorance. Tama. Umadam. Umagana Timirana Sia Gana Janasala Kaya, Sakso Meditam, Yena Tasman, Si Gurbe Namaha. Sucheta Manovistam, Savitam Yanabutule, Sayam Rupim Kadamayam, Dadati Swapadantika. Vandiham Si Rupam Kanam. Vandi Si Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Sahodita, Goda Dipos, Pavanto Chita Chanda Tamon. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Si Advaita, Gadara, Sivasadi, Gaura, Bhakti. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vistaya Bhuttale, Srimad Bhakti Vedanta, Swami, Namaste, Saraswati Deva, Gaura, Vani, Chadana, Nirvishesa, Vanchakalpataribhyacha, Kripasanabhyacha, So today also is the disappearance of Govinda Ghosh. So I was requested to say something briefly about Govinda Ghosh. Hopefully that we have some insights on Govinda Ghosh before we go to the Bhagavatam text. So, Govinda Ghosh and his other two brothers, who knows the names of the other two brothers? Yes, brahmacharis, those on saffron, they'll be reading the scriptures for a long time. Govinda Ghosh and his two brothers were close associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who can help us with the names of the two brothers of Govinda Ghosh? If you know, just raise up your hand. If you know, raise up your hand. You are the president, you know everything. No, not you. At least somebody else. Yes, people put it on saffron. You should be reading. You've done your Bhakti Sastri now. You've done your Bhakti Vaibhava. No? Huh? It's going on. See, the point is, when we come to this movement, it is an ashram. It's not like a traditional mandir where you go and clap your hands on Sundays or the weekends and then you go back. Ashram means a place where learning is developed, where there's action and learning and teaching. So endeavor to read the books. So, yes, Mohan, please help us. Yes, Mohan Prabhu. You raised up your hand. He said, yes, the names of Govinda Ghosh's brothers. Madhav and Huh? Sanjay Ghosh? Vasudeva Ghosh, okay. All right, so the three brothers were very close associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And according to the Gaura Ganodesha Dipika, the three brothers were all manjaris, all sakis. In the spiritual world, Govinda Ghosh is Kalawati, Saki. And she's in the spiritual world, her duty is to sing the poetic writings of Vishaka Devi. So that service is also transferred to the material arena when she appeared as Govinda Ghosh. Govinda Ghosh is mentioned in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, chapter 10, specifically text 115, that he had expertise in melodious singing. He was a great kirtaniya. How many people here are kirtaniyas? So, Govinda Ghosh is a leading kirtaniya in the time of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So much so that in most of the kirtan parties, he was there. It's mentioned in the Chaitanya Charitamrita that during the Ratha Yatra in Puri, he was in the fourth party. There were 7 parties that Lord Chaitanya created during the Ratha Yatra, and Govinda Ghosh was in the fourth party. He was the lead singer in that party. Because you can imagine someone being a lead kirtaniya during the time of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he's a very special soul. And not only that, he was also one of the prominent personalities who was in the Srivas Anga parties. You remember the nocturnal kirtans? He was one of the major figures there. So he was a party goer. You see, we don't say people don't go to parties. Huh? What type of party you're going, that's the thing. That's the issue. So Srivas Thakur was a great party goer. A party where the holy names of the Lord were the watchword of the attendees. And he also was in the party of those who were with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going to Vrindavan. And at, what's the name of this place? Agra Drip. At Agra Drip, Lord Chaitanya turned to Govinda Ghosh and said, I need some refreshment. How you call it in Hindi? Haritaki? Yeah. He said, I need some haritaki. Lord Chaitanya knew that Govinda Ghosh used to preserve something. He used to preserve some prasadam, and so when he asked, and immediately Govinda Ghosh, brought out from his bag the refreshment. Lord Chaitanya was upset with him. He said, how could you do this? A devotee should depend on Krishna. What? You think Krishna is going to provide for you? Why are you making all these extra arrangements? Okay? But listen, don't say, well, this is Lord Chaitanya chastised Govinda Ghosh for preparing for preparing for future emergencies. And you say, okay, I'm traveling to Puri, and then I will not make arrangements I will just depend on Krishna. You don't have any plans. You see, Prabhupada said we should make our plans and hang our plants on Krishna like a garland. So it doesn't mean, don't misinterpret this scenario or this lila, and then, you just walk into the streets, or maybe you're traveling, you don't have any ticket, and you go to the airport. I'm just depending on Krishna. So, Govinda Ghosh was also personally ordered by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to get married. So during the period of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, a number of his associates were actually householders. So Govinda Ghosh, Lord Chaitanya instructed him to get married, and he got married, and he was very much service-oriented. So when he did that, in that Leela where he provided the refreshment for Lord Chaitanya abandoned him at Antadvip. He said, remain here and, worship the Lord, develop a deity and worship him here. And that is how Govinda Ghosh came about by the Gopinath deity, and he was worshiping the Gopinath deity. And when he got married, his wife and him had a son, but somehow or the other, his wife and the son left very, very suddenly. They left the body, and he was bereft of any family association. His wife was gone, his son was gone. So he was in a state of despondency, and at some point, he was also lacking in his service to his deity. So, because of this challenge, this grieving period. And so Gopinath told him that, no, you starving me. He said, you starving me. I bet, Govinda Ghosh also responded that, yeah, it's not my making. I'm just despondent. My only son, the person I was relying on to perform my pinda, my ritual, my rites, my final rites, is not there. What's my future? Now, this is very common in the Vedic culture that someone has a child or a son to perform their last rite. And here, Govinda Ghosh was feeling depressed because his only son had died, his wife had died, and he had no one. But then Gopinath promised him that, you don't worry, I will take the responsibility, I'll perform your final rites myself. So even till today, that ceremony still goes on in Agradvip, where the Lord personally performed the final rites of Govinda Ghosh. So we see that if the Lord will come to his service, and of course, because he's coming from the spiritual world, he's an eternal associate of the Lord. And so today is a day that, especially for the Kirtaniyas and generally devotees, we should pray to Govinda Ghosh for devotion and blessings. Especially, we are all supposed to be Kirtaniyas because the Yuga Dham for this age is Harinam Sankirtan, chanting of Krishna's holy names. And so Govinda Ghosh was very expert in distributing the holy names, especially during the Ratha Yatra in Puri. And he is very much renowned, not only in singing, but also in dancing. Of course, Vaksheshwara Pandit was a major dancer in the fourth group of that Ratha Yatra parties created by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So having said that, let's go to the text for today and see what we can share. When a living entity, thinking himself different from me, forgets his spiritual identity of qualitative oneness with me in eternity, knowledge, and bliss, his material conditional life begins. In other words, instead of identifying his interest with mine, he becomes interested in the bodily expansions like his wife, children, and material possessions. In this way, by the influence of his actions, one body comes from another, and after one death, another death takes place. So, again, we can use the scriptures to justify our activities. We can always get something from the scripture, pick it up, and act in whimsical ways and say, hey, see, it's there in the scriptures. Lord Krishna said, you know, this material life begins when you align with your family, with your wife, your children, and possessions. And so, and about these complaints in a moment. People are married and then they be act as if they're Paramahamsas. Yeah. If you don't need a wife, don't keep one in your house like a decoration. If you have a wife and children, you have to give quality time to your family. Don't use Krishna as a smoke screen to emotionally abuse your family. And so, when we hear these statements from the scriptures, it means that we need to have some moderation in terms of our dealing with families so that we don't get overly attached, because anything could happen at any time. You get overly attached, and all of a sudden, the spouse is gone. Krishna takes his spouse away. You just be depressed for the rest of your life. And so this type of instructions is really good for us to have some sense of detachment in our dealings with worldly possessions, with the opulence of the family life. But it does not mean that we should be lackadaisical to fulfilling the objectives of family life. And it's so common to use the scriptures to embark on activities that are not people-oriented, not family-oriented, and not even devotionally uplifting. And so here in the purport, Prabhupada nicely brings to bear the wonderful instructions of Jagannath Pandit. Krishna Bahimukha Hara Bhoga Vanchakare Nikatas Mayatare Japatiya Dari. As soon as we want to enjoy separately from Krishna, Maya strikes. I mean, it's like inattention in driving. You're driving. I remember some years ago, I was in Africa at the time, so we were going to some place and the devotee was driving. He was on the highway, so there was some little bit of a roadblock. And so cars were slowing down. And then, you know, again there was a pathway. And then someone called, Haribo! And then the driver turned. Before he turned back, car, boom. One single moment of inattention can cause our spiritual destruction. So here is a warning. If we turn our back to Krishna, Krishna Bahimukha, we turn our face from Krishna, Krishna Bahimukha, Maya is always watching. It's like the mind watching us always. When we don't carry the beads for japa, the mind is at peace. It's it rests, it's relaxed. But as soon as you carry a bead bag, the mind comes fully armed to give you the headache. So Maya is also watching us, and he wants to see the little inattention, the little time we take our face from Krishna. Then she strikes. And therefore, it is important to always be in association of devotees who are discussing about Lord Krishna, who are discussing about the Leelas of Krishna and his devotees, who are engaged in different services to the Lord. Because even a moment of not being in service could cause destruction. A moment of not thinking about Krishna could even cause destruction. That's why Krishna said that man mana bhava bhakta man yaji, always think of me. This is the reason. So here Jagannath Pandit says, why we also have to think of Krishna? Because Krishna Bahimukha, and the least time we turn away from Krishna, Maya could strike. So again, it boils down to our everyday reality, involvement in devotional service, that we serve in the association of devotees, and in that way we create a formidable force. The very essence of association is that when there is physical association, there are more subtle connections than what we can imagine. In other words, you see, the association is also clearly defined in the laws of physics. And there is this osmotic pressure. Now, when two solutions are separated by a cell membrane, you find that the strong solution draws the weaker solution. That is association. The people we associate with matters a lot. They will determine our future. And therefore, if we associate with devotees of the Lord, we serve in the association of the devotees of the Lord, that will help to strengthen our resilience to the attacks of Maya. That will help in enhancing our resistance to negative spiritual change. Because in all events, we are always having resistance. When we begin our spiritual life, that is literally a change initiative. Each time we begin a new journey, that is a change initiative. And each time you initiate a change in your life, there are resistance to that change process. That is why only about 35% of change initiatives become successful, according to management science. And that is also, we will find out even in our movement. In the beginning, so many thousands of people joined in the West. But so many left. And any country you go to, the same thing. And therefore, we have to understand, this is not something strange. It is a theory. There are models in management science that defines this subject matter. It is not something strange to a management scientist. The important factor is that we understand that there could be challenges. We call them obstacles, right? There could be resistance to this positive spiritual change that we have initiated. The important thing is to be able to remain focused in service and try to treat each and every one like the way you will treat your guru. In that way, you will not commit any Vaishnava apparat, which is one of the main causes or stumbling blocks in our devotional life. Otherwise, traditionally, nobody wants to take their face away from Krishna. No devotee in his real sense of perception would voluntarily want to take his face away from Krishna or turn his back to Krishna. But it happens. Why? Because of inexplicable circumstances. And one of them is that when we become offensive to each other, it causes some stumbling block, and that could enable a turning of our back. That could enable a Krishna Bahimukha. And then Maya strikes. So today is a special day for us to make our prayers. Prabhupada emphasized about the Mayavadis. Mayavadis have this conception that you are God, he is God, she is God, everyone else is God. We just have to develop ourselves to come to that status. This is fake God. Fake God. Because we don't want to be committed to a superior being. So we say we are the ultimate of superior existence, so that we don't become committed to anybody. But we are always been serving. Even the multi-billionaire who is the breadwinner of the family, he is serving the family. We are servants by nature. Think about anyone who is not a servant. Even the Prime Minister of India,
even the president of India. Everyone is a servant. You're serving the nation. But here, we're saying transmute that service attitude to Krishna, to Prabhupada. And then you say, why should I do that? Some people, they have so much assets, they have so much money. Do you know that these days, the very rich, this is how the Maya works. The very rich, their kids, 13 years old kids, they force the child to have a boyfriend, to have a girlfriend. It's happening also here in India. It's not just a Western thing. Even in India here it's happening. It's not happening to the poor people, the very opulent guys. So, the life is very dicey. We should not play with it. Because if we play with it and then we have to come back again to this material world, we may be born in an opulent, aristocratic family. But then, the father is a meat eater, he's a big guy, he has money, and he tells their mother, you have to eat this meat, you have to take the intoxication because this is what makes me strong to make the money for you. This is happening right here in Delhi. Right here in Delhi. So we should not waste our time. We should not think there is something superior we have to do. See, in India it's very common. I go to some places, some conferences, some professors, they ask me, hey, Dr. Das, you are a prolific writer, a prolific researcher. You have over 35 publications in peer-reviewed journals, and all that you have to do is to become a Swami? So I asked one of them, I said, sir, are you happy with your life? As a PhD, are you happy with your life? Okay, because they wonder, I have the qualifications they have, maybe more than what they have, and they wonder why this guy takes to Swami life. Now, if you don't have the skills, they say, because you don't have anything to do, that's why you become a Swami. Yeah. And you have the skills, they say, why you have to do this? Yeah. Whatever you do, people will complain. But then the point is that this misidentification, identity crisis, people tend to think that they are the supreme. In fact, sometimes during Krishna's time, people even confront him. Yes? In the Bhagavatam, you have people, someone sends a message to Krishna. Give up your weapons, give up your symbols, Vishnu symbols. They are my symbols. We may not find people saying that right now, but the actions of people symbolizes that of I am the supreme, I am the enjoyer, I am Bhogi, I am perfect, Siddhoham, I am very powerful, Balawan Sukhi, worship me. And we have unfortunate kids being persuaded to worship their father because of wealth. And you are born in a world. See, not everyone is a prahlad. Everyone is not having that asset of being a prahlad to resist those negative influences. And so here we are. We can use this one lifetime to finish this whole business. No risk taking. Not being serious in a devotional life means you're taking a risk. Because you could be exposed to an environment that is completely antagonistic to devotional culture. And so there are even the different philosophies could be so distracting. someone says that they're God, or they are one in quality and in quantity with God. No, Prabhupada gives a distinction, the sunshine and the sun globe. The sunshine is energy. Energy is always connected with the energetic source. Or take another example, a drop of water from the ocean has all the qualities of the ocean water, but the drop of water from the ocean is not the ocean in totality. So there's a distinction. Yes, qualitatively one, but quantitatively different. The Lord Chaitanya defines this in his Achanta Beda Beda Tattva philosophy. So there are so many philosophers in India that are really like very confusing to people. And so sometimes the devotees also are confronted with this type of misgivings. But at least most people here, they are not being confronted, and so we could take advantage of the legacy that Prabhupada has left behind for sustained devotional growth. And that sustained growth comes with the help, the impact of the love from the devotees around us. Otherwise, anyone could be muddled with this conception of thinking that they are liberated. Lord Brahma calls it that Vimukta Manina. The Mayavadis think that they are liberated because they think they merge into the Brahman effulgence and they become liberated. Brahma said this is Vimukta Manina, liberation in mind only. So, we are marginal. Marginal position means we could become influenced by the Bahiranga Shakti, or we could take shelter out of the Antaranga Shakti. But the choice is ours. Any comments or questions? Fine. Yes, please.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you Maharaj for your class. Maharaj, one question is there, like this Mayavadis. So, is it true that anybody is coming into the material world is naturally a Mayavadi? What is the reason one becomes a Mayavadi? What's the reason behind that? And is it true that anybody who's coming to the material world is a Mayavadi?
Whether it's true that everyone coming to the material world is a Mayavadi? Is that the question?
And why? And also, why? What is the reason that somebody becomes a Mayavadi?
Someone becomes what?
What is?
Becomes a Mayavadi. Oh, okay. Yeah. You see, the living entity has been associating, has been in this material world for a very long time, and the environment is not really conducive for understanding Krishna's two Bhagavan Swayam. Because even in India, where we have this very rare gem of Krishna consciousness, the birthplace of Krishna consciousness, many people are not Vaishnavas. When we talk about Vaishnavism in India, it's just a very teeny population, small population. And those the big-time Indian spiritualists who went to the West to speak about spirituality and yoga, majority of them are Mayavadis. And so, I don't know the origin of the Mayavadi. I've not read it somewhere, and Prabhupada forbids us from speculating. I've not read it anywhere in Prabhupada books. He talks so much about the Mayavadis, he didn't mention about why people are so much of Mayavadis, or the origin of Mayavadis. So we may want to make some further investigation in the Goswami's books, but I've not seen that in any of Prabhupada's commentaries or books. Or you have some response to that? All right. Yes.
One more Maharaj question. Maharaj, Shankaracharya, he preached the theory of impersonalism and of course Mayavada. Then Shankaracharya, why he had to do like this, Maharaj?
Yeah, he wanted to divert people away. That is mentioned, Prabhupada mentioned that in one of his commentaries of the Bhagavatam. And even some commentary in the Puranas. The idea was to divert people away from Krishna consciousness, from Krishna. Because people have to endeavor. You see, when people hear of, say for instance, if you go to any college, any university, and you tell somebody, you ask somebody, after graduation, what's the next thing you want to do? They say, I go to work. I'm going to search for a job. I remember one girl, you know, she has a first-class honors in mathematics. And mathematics is an area where people are running away from. It's discipline where people run away from. So I asked her, what's the next agenda in your career? He said, to go look for a job. I said, you cannot go to look for a job with first-class honors. First-class honor means you have extraordinary upstairs, and you need to go and explore that. Unleash that potential. So, to go for graduate school and even a PhD is not there for everybody. Krishna, Prabhupada said that Krishna consciousness is a postgraduate study of religion. And Krishna himself mentioned in the Gita, Bhavunam Jamanamante Gyanava Mam Prapadyanti Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samhatma Sadulabha. It takes a long, long way to get to that platform when one can commit to Krishna consciousness. So, in other words, Krishna is not so cheap. And therefore, the idea of Sankaracharya is that only the real serious souls should be recommended to meet with Krishna. Only the serious souls. That is in fulfillment of Krishna's assertion, Bahunam Janamanamante Jnanavamam Prapadyanti Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahat. Those rare souls, Samahatma, Sudulabha. Sudulabha. So Krishna consciousness, again, it brings, if we relate that to our own situation, sometimes we get agitated, we get disturbed when people around us or family members don't take to Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness, even sitting down to chant Hare Krishna, sitting around, is not meant for everyone on this planet. Just like PhD is not meant for everyone on this planet. To sit down and chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna, everyone cannot do that. See, I was just unduly, improperly upset with my friend's son. Because the father and the mother, they are so serious. They come to the temple where I went before I came down to Delhi. You know, they come to Mangarati, and this guy is a big-time professional. His son is not serious about spiritual life, and he's asking me this question and that question. So I say, you want to ask question about my personal life? You chant first. So, but then I was, unnecessarily upset with him because I was feeling pity for the father. Look, he's endeavoring so much to push them to come to Krishna consciousness. He put them in good position. In India, for you to go and prepare for government job, you have to have a big guy, in most cases. And all the children, that is the line he put them in. And see, sometimes you have a Lamborghini or a private jet, you don't value it. So not everyone is going to take to Krishna consciousness. That's the point. Because Krishna mentions in the Gita that Samahatma Sadolabha. Those who take to this path are great souls. They're great souls. They're rare, they're great souls. So rare and being great souls is not something for everybody. And therefore Sankaracharya came with the intention of, really like presenting some it's like what we have in modern day politics, misinformation, divert people's attention. But then he didn't leave it there for those who do not think deeply, and they got diverted. Again, the Lord came in another incarnation to establish the path of Bhakti and says, come on, this is the path. Take to Krishna consciousness. So when Narada Muni went to see Lord Krishna one time in Dwarka, Krishna perceived that he was despondent. So he asked Narada, what is the problem? You travel all over the world preaching my glories, you should be happy. What is the problem? Narada said, now I've gone all over the universes and I don't find anywhere where people are sitting, coming together to glorify you. So that is the cause of my despondency. So then Krishna said, don't worry, I'll take responsibility. I will come myself to establish the Yuga Dharma, the Sankirtan movement. So this movement is Golokera Prema Dan Harinam Sankirtan. It's an import from the spiritual world. People like Japanese cars in India, right? Is it not? Japanese cars. Yeah. Even America, people like, Japanese cars. And so this movement is an import from the spiritual world. And so we should be very happy that we are part of this movement. And although Sankaracharya came to divert people from the path of Bhakti, but the idea is to see who is serious so that they can stick to that conviction of Krishna's two Bhagavan's way. Does it make some sense, Prabhu?
Thank you.
Any last comment before we leave? It's already past 5 minutes past or so. Okay, in the absence of any other comments or questions, I would like to adjourn this meeting. Thank you, everyone, for participating in Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.